The 80-20 principle by Richard Koch focuses on a simple but powerful idea: a small percentage of causes often lead to a large percentage of results. This principle is known as the Pareto principle or the 80-20 rule, where roughly 20% of efforts lead to 80% of outcomes. Koch applies this concept to different areas of life, showing how focusing on the most effective efforts can lead to better results with less work. Here's a detailed summary, covering each chapter of the book. Chapter 1, Welcome to the 80-20 Principle. Koch introduces the 80-20 principle and its origins with Vilfredo Pareto, who discovered that 20% of the population held 80% of the wealth in Italy. Koch extends this concept to various areas of life, such as business, economics, and personal effectiveness. He emphasizes that the imbalance between cause and effect is a universal law, and understanding it can lead to more efficient decisions. This principle encourages focusing on what truly matters and disregarding less important activities. Chapter 2, How to Think 80-20ths. In this chapter, Koch encourages readers to adopt an 80-20 mindset. He explains that most people waste time on unproductive tasks and fail to focus on high-impact activities. By identifying the 20% of actions that lead to 80% of results, individuals can maximize their productivity. Koch provides examples, such as prioritizing profitable customers or effective time management strategies, helping readers see how to apply the principle practically. He stresses that this requires challenging conventional ways of thinking and being willing to simplify. Chapter 3, Business and the 80-20ths Principle. Koch discusses how the 80-20 principle applies to the business world. He explains that 20% of products, customers, and marketing efforts often generate 80% of profits. Koch argues that businesses should focus on their most valuable products and customers instead of spreading efforts thinly across all areas. He illustrates this with case studies and examples from various industries, demonstrating how successful companies identify and leverage their vital few. The chapter advises managers to use the principle to cut costs and improve efficiency. Chapter 4, The 80-20 Principle at Work. This chapter focuses on using the 80-20 principle in a professional setting to improve personal productivity. Koch suggests analyzing tasks to find which 20% produce the most results and focusing energy there. He provides practical tips for time management, such as setting priorities and delegating less critical tasks. The chapter encourages readers to take a closer look at their daily routines, meetings, and project management approaches. By applying the principle at work, readers can increase output without increasing effort. Chapter 5, The 80-20 Principle and Personal Success. Koch explores how the 80-20 principle can enhance personal life and overall well-being. He explains that people often engage in numerous activities that don't bring them happiness. By identifying the 20% of activities that contribute most to personal satisfaction, individuals can design a life that aligns with their true desires. The chapter includes advice on relationships, hobbies, and self-care, encouraging readers to let go of less fulfilling activities. Koch emphasizes that a fulfilling life comes from focusing on quality rather than quantity. Chapter 6, The 80-20 Principle and Money. In this chapter, Koch discusses how the 80-20 principle can improve financial management. He explains that a small portion of investments or expenditures typically generates most returns. Koch advises readers to focus on the few financial decisions that lead to significant results, such as investing in high-performing assets or controlling major expenses. He provides strategies for identifying profitable investments and managing money more effectively, helping readers to achieve financial stability with less effort. Chapter 7, Time Revolution. Koch introduces the concept of a time revolution, urging readers to rethink how they spend their time. He argues that traditional time management focuses on efficiency, while the 80-20 principle focuses on effectiveness. Instead of doing more tasks faster, Koch suggests focusing only on those tasks that yield the greatest impact. He provides examples of how high achievers use this approach to free up time for activities that matter most to them, leading to better work-life balance and satisfaction. Chapter 8, the 80-20 principle in action. This chapter provides practical methods to implement the 80-20 principle in everyday life. Koch includes exercises to identify the vital few tasks and offers tools for tracking time and results. He emphasizes the importance of ongoing evaluation and adjustment, as priorities can shift over time. By making a habit of identifying high-impact activities, readers can continue to benefit from the principle in the long run. The chapter serves as a guide to turning the theory into actionable steps, ensuring that the principle is not just understood but practiced. Chapter 9, the 80-20 principle and happiness. Koch connects the 80-20 principle to personal happiness and fulfillment. He argues that a small number of activities, relationships, and experiences bring the majority of happiness in life. Koch suggests that individuals focus on these key areas and minimize those that cause stress or dissatisfaction. He provides examples, such as spending time with loved ones or engaging in creative hobbies. The chapter encourages readers to redefine their idea of success, making time for what truly brings joy. Chapter 10, the 80-20 principle and the digital world. Koch explores how the digital age has amplified the 80-20 principle. He discusses how online businesses, social media, and digital marketing reflect the principle's patterns, where a small percentage of content or customers can drive most of the engagement or revenue. Koch advises digital entrepreneurs to focus on their best-performing platforms and strategies, rather than spreading efforts too thin. This chapter helps readers understand how the principle operates in modern contexts, making it more relevant to the technological landscape. Chapter 11, Success Redefined. In this chapter, Koch challenges the traditional definition of success, advocating for a focus on doing less but achieving more. He shares stories of individuals and businesses that have embraced the 80-20 principle to lead simpler, more rewarding lives. Koch emphasizes that real success isn't about working harder, but about working smarter. He suggests that redefining success means identifying what matters most and directing energy toward those areas, ultimately leading to a more balanced and purposeful life. Chapter 12, Life's Greater Goals and the 80-20 Principle. The final chapter extends the principle beyond personal and business success to the broader context of life goals. Koch argues that the 80-20 principle can help individuals find purpose and meaning. By focusing on the few pursuits that provide the most fulfillment and contribute to others, one can lead a life of impact. The chapter serves as a reminder that the principle is not just a productivity hack but a mindset shift that can lead to a richer and more intentional life. Conclusion. The 80-20 principle by Richard Koch emphasizes that a small portion of actions leads to the majority of outcomes. By identifying these high-impact actions, individuals can focus on what truly matters in business, work, relationships, and personal growth. Koch encourages readers to simplify their efforts, prioritize effectively, and ultimately, achieve more with less effort. This approach requires a change in thinking but promises a more efficient and fulfilling life. By applying the 80-20 principle in different aspects of life, one can streamline their efforts, concentrate on the most important activities, and achieve better results. Koch's message is simple yet profound: focus on the few things that matter most, and the rest will fall into place.